Ladies and gentlemen, wonderful people, this is Call of Duty Fanatics. Welcome back to another Warzone report. And in this one, we are going to share with you some very interesting and important information about the upcoming Warzone Mid-Season 2 big update that's coming in less than 2 days. I would say less than 40 hours. So it's going to be really interesting because I will say only one thing. The update is going to wait around 54 gigabytes for console users. So for PS5 and PS4 users, I'm actually a PS4 user, the size of the update is 54 gigabytes, and I would say a whopping 54 gigabytes because like previously when we had these mid-season updates or even seasonal updates, I remember when Season 5 was introduced, the update was 36 gigabytes of size, and it was a record. I would say it was the biggest update that we received for consoles, and we got quite some, I would say, content there. Like Stadium was open, bunkers were extended, we got bunker number 10, know your history event, etc. So it was quite interesting, I would say, and we expected a lot from that big update, and we got actually a lot because, by my humble opinion, Season 5 of Modern Warfare was the biggest and greatest since this game started in March last year. So the story so far goes with the CIA Special Officer Russell Adler still missing in action, and Armistice attempting to contain the spread of an unknown threat within Verdansk. There's no better time for Season 2 of Call of Duty, Black Ops Cold War and Warzone to receive some reinforcements. At least they are saying that from Activision. Season 2 Reloaded, set to launch in both games this week, includes several new maps, modes and features for Black Ops Cold War in addition to 2 new operators, the new ZRG 20mm sniper rifle and new bundle that will also be available within the Warzone, of course. This content, now this is very important, this content will be live following updates to Black Ops Cold War on March 29th at 9 PM PST time and Warzone on March 30th at 11 PM PST. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to be 100% sure about your time of these updates when they are going to be online, just type in a Google 11 PM PST and the Google will automatically count according to your local time. So for example, for Warzone, which is the most important part for me, is March 30th at 11 PM PST, which actually means March 31st at 7 AM UK time. The other important thing is the weapon tuning that we are going to get within the Season 2 Reloaded. And Season will bring a fresh round of weapon tuning to Black Ops Cold War and Warzone, including LMG adjustments and tuning, special tuning for the LC-10, AK-74U, I can't wait for this one, MAC-10, I hope this will get finally nerfed, KSP-45, I actually never used this gun, but my friend is saying it's a decent weapon, Milano 821, Krieg 6, FFR, and I hope that FFR is finally going to get nerfed because this gun is crazy and it's sometimes, I would be free to say, it's destroying the game. Groza, I don't know what they're going to do with Groza. Groza is one of the most decent guns that we are having. People are not using it simply because it doesn't look good, which is quite ridiculous. But Groza is my first choice, especially for Rebirth Island. What else they are fixing? Magnum and RPG-7. This also includes a complete balance pass on several attachments for assault rifles and SMGs, as well as an increase to rocket damage against enemies with flak jackets in hardcore. This is in regards of the Black Ops Cold War, and honestly speaking, all the attachments for the Black Ops Cold War weapons in a war zone are completely broken. They managed to fix some things like the agency suppressor and the GRU suppressor, but overall the attachments are still not functioning and they are still broken. So basically what you need to do with your weapon is just play a little bit, and all of those things that you're thinking that they are not helping, they are actually help. And we are also getting the 2 new operators, and one of them is Wolf. From a young age, Terrell Wolf perfected his skills as a hunter in the Louisiana bayous surrounding his grandparents' home, entering service on his 18th birthday in memory of his fallen brother. He now stalks more dangerous prey as an elite Delta Force sniper working alongside Woods in the search for Russell Adler. So that's something a little bit about the Wolf. And then the second operator we are getting is the girl named Rivas. So Carla Rivas grew up in Nicaragua surrounded by the Mendez cartel and their ceaseless wars with rival gangs. Her first-handed experience of the consequences of these wars on the surrounding communities drove her to action against the cartel's influence, using guerrilla tactics to weaken them by any means necessary. Her skills are unparalleled in the continuing search for Russell Adler. Now that's a very interesting parallel that we are having here. Like Russell Adler disappeared in 1984, and we heard Naga when he's saying that the Adler is coming to Verdansk. And on the other hand, we are having like 2021 where we are fighting these zombies hordes in Verdansk, and Adler was mentioned a couple of times in the intel missions that are unfortunately deleted now from the game, but we had a lot of intel papers that were mentioning CIA operative Adler working actually in Verdansk. So it's going to be very interesting to see how these stories are going to be connected with Verdansk and a current Warzone timeline. So the bottom line is, it's going to be very interesting, and I'm really getting high hopes because of the size of the update. Now probably many of you will laugh when I said this, but my experience is saying that the biggest update is we are getting more content. And I'm not just speaking about the weapons, new operatives and maps, I'm speaking about true in-game, so point of interests and Easter eggs and all of these things that are missing. And finally, I sincerely hope that in this 54 gigabyte of update we are going to get our bunkers back, because they were missed. Like, I don't know about you guys, but this game, Verdansk, actually feels completely empty without those bunkers. And especially if you're a plunder player like myself, and if you are an explorer like myself, you will definitely miss the bunkers and excitement and entertainment by repeating and repeatedly doing those Easter eggs, because there are so many details and so many interesting things over there that are still unexplored. And don't forget the second bunker doors. I simply can't believe that developers will be ready just to scrap those, because they put the keypads, they put everything, the combination was there to unlock those doors, but we never went through the doors because, as a matter of fact, there was nothing behind those doors. So it's an unfinished Easter egg or unfinished part of the map which needs to be returned to the game. So we need to explore those things. I simply don't want to believe that they just deleted the bunkers and that's it, the end of the story for the underground bunker network. I sincerely hope that that's not going to happen. On the other hand, I'm really excited about the upcoming weapon tuning, because it's also very, very important, and I would say it's even of a crucial importance, because at this moment some weapons are simply overpowered. AUG, like Cold War, that's a total disaster. Like, no recoil, it's a typical pay-to-win weapon. So those blueprints that you can buy from the shop are simply overpowered, and they feel much different from the blueprints or configurations that you make. But anyways, also the FFR, that thing needs to be nerfed as well. It's destroying the game completely. Like, the time to kill with those guns are less than a second. Like, if you are finding yourself a sharpshooter. Like that's crazy. But anyways, I'm really excited about these updates. AK-74U from the weapons, I can't wait to put my hands on that updated version of that gun, because I tried to play it numerous times with that weapon, but unfortunately I wasn't able to because it was broken, but it was broken in a really bad way. You couldn't play with it. Anyways, my fellow Verdansk citizens, I hope you enjoyed this small update. Please let me know what you think about the upcoming mid-season 2 update and what are your expectings for it. Let me know what you think in a comment section below, and until next time, I wish you all the best and stay frosty.